took me almost 20 years to study that. I've been researching China now for 24 years. So that is my genesis, or my beginning, or my nascent of understanding Chinese philosophy. You find China strives to do its best to self-correct. For example, was it in the 90s or even before that, but there was a time that you could see it, that you find that there are lots of developmental experiments going all around the country in different provinces. And immediately there was one province that was successful. Then it will exactly, Kaiko Kaifang, it started in Shenzhen. It was a pilot of reform and opening up. And today the whole of China is reform and opening up, and now we're speaking of even deeper reform and opening up. Yeah. So it is that self-corrective measures that make me appreciate the CPC. That is what it really becomes meaningful, is people-centered approach in governance. If it doesn't work for the people, then it's not there. I've stayed in China, I've been there many times, I've studied there. There are 3 levels of practical things that I saw happen. First one that everybody talks about, but I saw it practically, when everyone was getting out of poverty. Slowly, people were getting out of poverty. Secondly, it was the rapid industrialization, when China still adhered to export-based growth. The export-based growth worked also to make some people develop, and most people also have a new view of life. Like Lao Deng Xiaoping used to say, he said, let some few people get rich first, and then all of us will be rich. China has got a history of 5-year plan. China has had different epochs of contradiction within itself in trying to find solutions for China. Sometimes we make a mistake of looking at the CPC as only a political structure of leaders. But when I went to Sichuan, you see parts of the Long March, you see parts on how people responded to the first entrance of the CPC. You go to other places, people decided that this part of the province has got no water. And they went to the next district, they found water there. And then they had to break the mountains as if it was a pipe going through all the mountains to create accessibility to water. And what is interesting in the story is that the main leader, he will work himself until he's bleeding. And when people say, can you stop now? He says, if I stop, what will other people do? Let me continue working. But what was interesting is that the entire society of these districts that were involved in building that water well or those rivers, some would work on the fields, while some worked in the rivers. Some would work in making food, while it was an ecosystem. So it's not CPC as a political government. It is CPC as a machinery of society. It is the engine or the DNA that if you remove, then there's nothing. That unity of Tuanjie, that notion of building unity, that notion of get rid of the old, create the new, Pojio, Zhuangxin, those are the essences of this rejuvenation, reinvention that the CPC is going through. But it is important to understand that CPC is not only a political organization. CPC is a system of doers among society. So you cannot separate CPC and society.